Thank you, Jeshin, for
Yep.
joining us today.
Sure.
I am dressed up in this traditional medical gown.
Yep.
So we are going to be doing dry needling today, but before that, what is dry needling?
So dry needling is actually a form of manual therapy that healthcare professionals do as part of their recovery process to help the clients to recover. Usually it has to do a lot with musculoskeletal conditions, and basically it involves a needle, and usually you insert to a tight muscle and to release it and reset the muscles. So usually we'll identify those muscles that gives rise to their symptoms, and then we will, based on the outcomes of the assessment, we actually treat those muscles to help to achieve relaxation and all that.
First question.
Yep.
Is it painful?
Good question. They're probably the most common question that we have over here. Because it involves a sharp object, usually you feel the prick a little bit.
Okay.
But apart from that, you will feel slight twitch from a muscle itself.
Okay.
Very hard to put in words, but usually you need to experience it firsthand so to know how it feels like.
Let's do it.
Okay, so before we proceed with the treatment, usually we do some assessments. So we'll perform some assessment to check how's your range, how's the neck giving you, is that giving any issues, and then from there we'll proceed to the treatment itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. So now you're applying alcohol swabs.
Yeah, alcohol swabs.
Okay. So this part of the muscle.
So this part of the muscle is also a finding that we have from your assessments earlier, because they usually the tight muscles, they come in pairs. Or multiple muscles at the same time. So you tend to overwork this muscle over here. This is what we call a traps. You heard it a lot of times, people call it a trapezius muscles. And then in order to support your neck, where we tend to slouch or we tend to stand for long.
Slouch a lot.
Okay, if you look downwards for me, yeah, good.
Should I take a minute?
Yep. A bit easier, yeah. Good. So for this one, I'm just going to go very gentle and relax the shoulders for me.
Yeah, oh, yes, I feel that.
Okay, so you're going to pick it up, poke it in, you're going to do this.
Yeah, that hurts. Ow, yes, ow.
Oh, you feeling it?
Yes, very much. Ow, yep.
You're going to feel it a little bit. Oh.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yep. Yeah. Oh, that's the twitch. Yeah, my hand is twitching.
Okay, let's call it a day. All right.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Okay. So usually after every sessions, after we do a trigger point dry needling on those areas, once we release those areas, we'll recheck it again.
Okay.
But not all the time we will see direct improvements. Like in your case itself, because you started off quite well. Right, rotations doesn't really feel it a lot.
Okay.
Then it all depends on when you go back, do you still feel it over there? Okay. In certain cases, when we have people that comes over presenting with limitations, and because of restrictions.
Limitations is like they can't really turn
Because of the muscles being too stiff or too tight, you can't move it in certain directions. We will release it, actually you can see results straight away. So for different people, actually we will have different ways to check the outcomes. So that's for now. So usually we will needle those muscles, we put them back, let them recover from it, and then after that we educate them with some exercises, because it's easier to comply in that sense. Because otherwise the trigger point itself, they can have long lasting effects on the shoulder blades, and you tend to have it over and over again. Sometimes it keeps on coming back. It's a little bit harder to comply those exercises because it's annoying at times. So we use it as a way to treat it, and then once the symptoms subside or recovered, actually progress with much more thing in the form of exercises, which is what we do as physiotherapists to help people to recover from their complaints and then send them back to their work or to enjoy their activities they like to do.
So what am I going to feel for next week? Is it still going to be sore?
So usually the very common...
I feel like it's actually better now. Actually.
Yeah, so the very common effects of needling is that once after a session, you feel a little bit sore, and the soreness typically lasts maybe 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
Right, for most of the people. but sometimes itself it can last up to 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
It feels a little bit like DOMS when you go to workout, but it shouldn't bother you as much.
Okay.
It will not bother the movements. When we're talking about movements, it doesn't affect your work and all that. So for after today, you want to ease it a little bit. They can actually go with heat pack. Heat pack works well with soreness. You can actually flush it away a little bit faster. You can actually drink a little bit more water.
Okay.
So because of the trigger point itself, actually the muscle has been contracted for quite some time and actually stores a lot of body waste over there. So the moment when you release it, you're going to feel pretty sore on those areas. All right, it's going to feel really intense, really sore over there. But the body will actually absorb it and then it just excrete it. So actually the body will just get better over time.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, thank you so much.
Good. All right, nice meeting you, all right? Okay.
Alright, thank you for watching. This has been Health Matters with me, Dishen Kumar. We analysed and we actually saw chiropractic medicine today. When I put myself through dry needling, Isabel put herself through spine adjustment. One of the most important things is that chiropractic medicine is there. It's based on our individual perception or individual perspective, whether we want. It's an individual decision whether you want to take it or not. So please check out places like this. If you have any problems, my name is Dishen Kumar. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.